Guys, it's Seth from Crawlworks, and here beside me we have our Uforce XL1000 up on the lift because we're going to address a demon that we have been fighting since we went ahead and put the portals on this machine. For everybody that knows and don't know, this portal kit I designed and built for this machine. Nothing for this portal kit belongs on the CF Moto platform. It actually belongs on the Polaris platform. So one of the big issues that I've been fighting since I have put this on is actually the brakes. I can't get the machine to really stop. Whenever I push the pedal down, it more or less goes to the floor. We've force bled this thing numerous times. We've changed fluid. We've done everything to do with the fluid, and it's actually just not that. We've actually came down to the point that it is, our calipers are too small. The clamping pressure from the size of the pistons that's in this caliper itself just doesn't have enough force to be able to clamp the brake pads to the rotors to be able to get the machine to stop the way that we would like to have the machine stop. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take Polaris Razor 1000, XP 1000 calipers and retrofit onto the front of the machine. That's going to be my best solution for now until I come up with a different way to be able to do it, due to the fact that I would actually literally have to change out the whole portal box, and I'm afraid that whenever I do that I would have to have all new portal plates made for it. So then basically everything that we did to this is a waste of time. So that's why we never actually sold the portal kit, tried to sell it, marketed it, and sold anything to anybody, because we were fighting and battling a braking issue. We installed all new brake lines from the front to the rear, thinking that that's what it is. We've actually converted it completely over to a full Polaris braking system, except for the master cylinder. We put in a Polaris splitter box in the back, ran a Ranger brake line, braided brake line from the front to the rear with the splitter box, and split it off that way because we thought that maybe we were having an issue with the Y splitter, the Y fitting that CF Moto uses. And that didn't help. I didn't get any more braking pressure out of it. I mean, I can hold the brakes to the floor. You can feel them trying to stop the machine. You can feel the front end nosing down, but it just keeps rolling. It will not stop. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put on larger calipers on the front. If that improves the braking, just doing the front, because that's what I'm going to do right now, then I'm going to move to the back and retrofit a set for the back. Sorry. Another thing in this video that I'm going to take in and address here is the rack and pinion that a lot of people are having issues with. I've seen a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of pictures, I've answered a lot of questions, and I had a lot of people call me and inquire about why are they having these rack issues. One, it's CF Moto. I hate to say it, but it's Chinese made rack. I will say that I don't believe 100% in all the engineering aspect of this machine, but I do in a lot of it, like the frame, the size of the frame, the stability of it, the way that everything is built frame wise is a very good machine. So what's happening is guys are going with an A-arm that has a lift incorporated in it, and it's moving your wheel 2 inches forward. So in moving your rack or your wheel 2 inches forward, you're actually moving your outer tie rod with it 2 inches forward. So now on the inner side of your rack slider, after the worm gear that's inside the rack, you're actually causing a harsh pivot. So instead of it being straight like it was, so this here is your rack slider, this here is your outer or inner ball joint that's connected to the rack that can move. It is now pushed forward. So it's actually causing like a little L shape. So whenever the slider is pushing against the inner tie rod, it's actually causing it to bind a little bit. There's a little bit of a bind there. There's a little bit of resistance there. There's more resistance than what was engineered into that rack. that's causing the rack to fail. It's causing the housing to break, and it's also causing the worm gear to strip out inside because of the amount of play that generates over time with the pressure of the wheels and the tires, because everybody's putting 30-inch tires, 32-inch tires, so forth and so on their machine, and it's causing that to bind on the XLs. With the rack that I have designed and came up with here, the rack itself, the inside portion of the rack, isn't made of plastic like other ones. There's plastic sliders, there's UHMW in a lot of them. Ours has a brass ring in there, a brass slider, so it's not going to really allow any play whatsoever in the rack itself. Our tie rods, these things, you're not breaking them. You're not bending them, you're not breaking them, you're not ripping them off, you're not doing anything. Our tie rods, I will guarantee for life. My tie rod that I built, I 100% will guarantee that thing for life. If you can bend it and break it, I'll send you a free set. If you bend it and break it again, I'll give you another set, because that's how confident I am in the part itself. As far as the rack goes, it has a 1-year warranty with the rack. No questions asked. You send a picture of it, busted, blown out, whatever it is, send it in to us. We'll get you a new rack shipped out very shortly. We are coming up with an upper ball joint delete kit that will be able to be used with the A-arms. That's going to take a little bit of while. We're working on it. We're working on it. Also, we're coming up with our own 1.5-inch forward A-arm that would be fully adjustable on the bottom and on the top itself. So it'll have a ball joint delete on the bottom and a ball joint delete on the top, so you don't have any ball joints to break or to fail at that point in time on the pivot marks on the tops and the bottoms. I said the other day in a video about some budget shocks that we're working with. The price point on them are going to be like right around like $599 bucks, $600. It's going to be 4 shocks. They're going to be fully adjustable from the bottom. It's going to be able to give you a 2-inch lift. And that's going to improve the ride quality, because actually you can change the amount of preload that is set on the shock to make your ride more comfortable or more stiff, depending on the type of terrain you ride in. So these are a couple things that we're coming up with, a couple updates. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing another video in another couple of days that's actually going to have the calipers on here. We have to do some modifications and custom bracketry to be made for them. And then we'll go from there. These are going to be the new pistons, the new calipers, which are much larger than the ones that are on there. And the pistons are much larger in diameter as well compared to this caliper. I mean, just the size comparison, this one's way bigger than what this one is. So that's what we have going on the XL for right now. So stay tuned to the channel. We'll have some more videos coming out. And now that we have more time to be able to do this and more flexibility, we will have more videos, more products, and more things coming out for the XL. So stay tuned. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel and help our channel grow. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.